Have you always wanted to go to Switzerland by train, but you don't know how? Then you are in the right place. When I planned my first trip to Switzerland, I didn't really know where to begin. I was almost completely new to train travel and I didn't know what to expect. If you are in the same situation as I was, then this video is for you. You can obviously also use this route if this is not your first train journey through Switzerland. Hello travelers and welcome to my channel. My name is Gwen and I make videos about traveling and specifically traveling by train. In January I made a train journey through Switzerland and it was absolutely amazing. Switzerland is a beautiful country and the views from the train are incredible. I am going to tell you about the route I took to help you get started on planning your journey by train through Switzerland. For this trip I used the Interrail pass. I also made a video about the Interrail/Eurail pass and the link to the video is in the description below. My journey started in the Netherlands. I am only talking about the trains in Switzerland. If you are interested in the trains I took from the Netherlands to Switzerland, you can read about it in the description below. On day 1 I arrived at Basel SBB and I took the Interregio direction Lucerne to Lucerne. This train ride took 1 hour and 14 minutes. I arrived at around 5 p.m. and I stayed at Hotel Royal Lucerne. The view from my room was absolutely spectacular. You could see the mountains and the lake. On day 2 I went to explore Lucerne. Lucerne is a beautiful destination with the feel of a city but with the view of the mountains. There's also a lake in Lucerne called the Vierwaldstatensee. I hope I am pronouncing it right. In English, this lake is called Lake Lucerne. Not as nice of a name as Vierwaldstatensee in my opinion, but anyways, there's a lot to see and do in Lucerne, so I definitely recommend it. After another night at Hotel Royal Lucerne, I took the train on day 3 from Lucerne to Maienfeld. First, I took the Interregio direction Zurich to Thalwil. There I had a transfer to the Interregio direction Chur to Maienfeld. This train ride took 1 hour and 58 minutes, including the one transfer. I chose to stay in Maienfeld because it is close to Chur, another famous place in Switzerland and also the place where the Bernina Express departs from. I arrived at 10:33 a.m. and checked into the hotel. After that I took the Interregio direction Chur to Chur. This train ride took 15 minutes. Chur is the oldest town in Switzerland and is car-free. Chur is mostly known for its history and culture and there are historical sites to visit. There are also many shops there. I think that Chur is a bit overrated. I felt like there wasn't that much to do. Maybe it was because I was there in winter, but everyone has different opinions, so maybe you will like it. On the same day I also went to Landquart, because there was a big fashion outlet. It is the station between Maienfeld and Chur. It was a nice place to shop with a lot of big brands. That night I stayed at the Swiss Heidi Hotel in Maienfeld. I recommend this hotel because it is just a few meters from the train station and the theme is based around a famous character from Switzerland named Heidi. Close to the hotel is also the Heidi Village. On day 4 I woke up early for the Bernina Express. First I took the train to Chur, the same as the day before. From there the Bernina Express departs. The Bernina Express route is an UNESCO World Heritage Site. It travels from Chur to Tirano and has the most beautiful views. I'm also going to post a video about the cheapest ways to go on the Bernina Express. If you are watching this after I posted this video, the link is in the description. I took the Bernina Express all the way to Tirano. In Tirano at around 1 p.m. I ate a pizza. Because Tirano is in Italy and you can't leave Italy without eating a pizza, of course. At around 2 p.m. I took the regional train back to Switzerland. Instead of going directly back to Chur, I went to St. Moritz. St. Moritz is a famous travel destination for winter sports. It is more expensive than other tourist destinations and attracts mostly people who live a more luxurious lifestyle. I've only been there a couple of hours, but I liked it so far. There's also a lake which is frozen in winter. You can walk and go ice skating on the lake. At around 6 p.m. I took the Interregio direction Chur to Chur. And after transfer I took the Interregio direction Zurich back to Mayenfeld. This train ride took 2 hours and 17 minutes, including the transfer. Unfortunately, it was already dark outside when I took the train back to Mayenfeld. I stayed another night at the Swiss Heidi Hotel. On day 5, I took the train from Mayenfeld to Zermatt. First, I took the Interregio, direction Bern, to Zurich. After that, I took the Intercity, direction Brig, to Visp. Lastly, I took the Regional Express, direction Zermatt, to Zermatt. This was a really long train journey. This train ride took 4 hours and 53 minutes with 2 transfers. It was around 3 p.m. when I arrived. That night I stayed in Le Petit Charme Inn in Zermatt. On day 6 I went to explore Zermatt. Zermatt is a village in the Swiss mountains and is famous for a uniquely shaped mountain. A lot of tourists come here for winter sports and for hiking. From this place there's a breathtaking view of the Matterhorn. I sat at the terrace of the restaurant for a while, admiring the view, and after an hour or two, I walked down the hiking trail back to Zermatt. This hike took around 3 hours. It was amazing and the view was incredible. After another night in Zermatt, I went to Disentis by train on day 7. I didn't take the Glacier Express, but I took the regional train that takes the same route as the Glacier Express, but much cheaper. First, I took the Regional Express, direction Visp, to Visp. From Visp, I took the regional direction Andermatt to Andermatt. Lastly, I took the regional train direction Disentis to Disentis. This train journey was also super long. It took 5 hours and 2 minutes with 2 transfers, but it was definitely worth it. Disentis, also known as Münster, is a village in the mountains and is not that well known. I saw it as an opportunity to take the Glacier Express route. I also wanted to go to the Oberalp Pass, which is only a 30-minute train ride from Disentis. That same day I took the train ride at around 4 p.m. The Oberalp Pass is close to where the river the Rhine starts, and there's also a lighthouse there, which is the copy of a lighthouse in the Netherlands. This lighthouse first stood at the end of the Rhine but is now part of the Maritime Museum in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. I stayed in Disentis at Hotel Restaurant La Furca. The next day, on day 8, I took the train from Disentis to Basel SBB. First, I took the Regional Express, direction Chur to Chur. After that, I took the Intercity, direction Basel SBB to Basel. Basel is a city close to Germany. The Rhine also goes through Basel. I liked Basel, but I felt like an afternoon was enough time to explore it. I stayed at the Ibis Basel Bahnhof Hotel. The next morning I went back to the Netherlands by train. It was an amazing journey and I loved Switzerland so much. I'm also going to make more in-depth videos of the places I visited. Now you have an idea of the whole trip I made. In the description you can find the whole train journey with all the details. I hope you find this information helpful. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more of this type of content, you can subscribe to my channel and you can also watch my other videos on this topic. I already made a video about what to expect when traveling by train through Switzerland. You can see this video on the screen. Have a great trip!